You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. The House Ethics Panel sets another hearing next week on the continued absence of embattled Congressman Arnie Teves. Lawmakers will discuss the possibility of recommending further sanctions on Teves after his 60-day suspension lapsed Monday. The plenary also aims to vote next week on the panel's recommendation before Congress adjourns on June 2. Let's go straight to the source of the story. We have our House Ethics Committee Vice Chairman, Congressman Jil Bongalon. Congressman, good to see you again. Welcome back to the source.
Yes, good morning, Pinky, and thank you for having me again.
Congressman Arnie Teves, still absent, presumably still abroad, sir. The House Ethics Committee met yesterday. Could you give us an update?
Yes, the House Committee on Ethics and Privileges met yesterday for the purpose of acquiring motu proprio jurisdiction, considering that there's a continuing defiance or continuing violation of the House rules of Congressman Arnie Teves Jr.
And what was discussed?
Well, basically, we discussed the reply letter that the House
Congressman, we're losing you. Yeah, we don't have a good connection at the moment with Congressman Jil Bongalon. Just to give a bit of a recap on this, Congressman Arnie Teves still absent after the 60-day suspension lapsed Monday. The House Ethics Committee met yesterday, motu proprio, according to Congressman Jil Bongalon, to look into the next steps and the response to the letters sent by the House Ethics Committee to the congressman. I believe that the lawyer also of Congressman Arnie Teves, Attorney Ferdy Topacio, had been appealing that they allow, the House Ethics Committee allow Congressman Arnie Teves to appear via video conferencing. But my last interview with Congressman Jil Bongalon, he was also already saying that it doesn't seem like they will allow this. He's back on air. Congressman, welcome back, sir.
Yes, I'm sorry.
That's okay, sir. So sabi niyo po, motu proprio, because naglapse na po yung 60-day suspension. And you were talking about a letter. What was in the letter? Ito
Yes.
ba yung pinadala niyo sa kanya, and did he respond?
Well, the letter that the committee sent to him, signed by the chairman of the Committee on Ethics, we reiterated our call for him to go home. And then in his reply letter, although I'm not at liberty to discuss this, but we discovered that the reply letter were already circulated and publicized yesterday in the online various social platforms. When he reasoned out, though, number one, of course, there's a serious threats on his life. Number two, he's questioning on why the Committee on Ethics and Privileges is not allowing him to attend the committee meeting via teleconferencing, despite the fact that, according to him, it is allowed under the rules. And number three, sabi niya, bakit daw binibigyan namin ng konsiderasyon yung naging statement ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, which is an executive department, entirely separate from the legislature. And lastly, bakit daw kini-question niya is yung right to travel niya, na kung saan pinipwersa daw siya na bumalik sa ating bansa. So basically, those are the contents of his reply letter.
Okay, so alam naman po natin yung security threat. That's been the defense of Congressman Arnie Teves, saying that he needs to secure himself, and there are certain conditions or appeal that he made, I think, from Speaker Martin Romualdez for him to come home, but some of them were not met. Hence, he continues to stay abroad. So, ayun po yung security threat. Siguro let's talk about that, Congressman. Aren't the members of the House cognizant, or could you not consider these supposed threats to Congressman Arnie Teves' life? That's why he still isn't coming home and performing his siguro duty as a congressman.
Yes, if we are going to scrutinize his letter, the number one reason that he mentioned is that there is a serious threat on his life. But those statements are self-serving. No? So the committee has to validate if indeed there is a serious threat on his life. So we are going to consider that on Monday, and the members of the committee will be deliberating on that aspect.
I see. So this will be looked into and possibly considered during Monday's deliberation?
Yes, definitely,
Okay.
Pinky.
Pero meron din po yung bakit hindi siya pinapayagan teleconferencing, and yung questions on his right to travel. We'll be taking a very short break, sir. Your response to that when we return. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Please stay tuned. Watching The Source on CNN Philippines, I'm Pinky Webb. Our source today, House Ethics Committee Vice Chairperson Congressman Jil Bongalon. Congressman, so the President's statement, why is it being taken into account, according to Congressman Arnie Teves, when there's clearly a separation of the executive vis-a-vis the legislative branch of government?
No. Yes, we are not considering the statement made by the President, no, but that is just a statement made by him as a government official. So what we are insisting is that as a fellow member, there's an order from the House Speaker for him to go home.
Right.
So for him to exercise and do his obligation and duties as a representative of Negros Oriental. So doon po kami nakasentro sa aming basis for him to go home.
Okay, so what can we expect in the next few days, sir? So you meet again on Monday, is that correct?
Yes, we will be meeting on Monday for us to deliberate on the possible actions and recommendation of the Committee on Ethics and Privileges, considering that until today, hindi pa po umuwi si Representative Teves Jr.
So that means by Monday, Congressman, the House Ethics Committee will already have a recommendation that will eventually be put forward to all members of Congress, all members of the House of Representatives.
Yes. Yes, Pinky.
Okay.
The committee is set to submit the committee report after we will have the committee meeting on Monday.
I see. We talked about this the last time, sir. Sabi nga, the options are suspension or expulsion. Yun lang ho ba talaga yung dalawang tinitingnan na possible sanctions on Teves?
Well, if we are to scrutinize the rules, ang natitira po doon na possible sanction na pwedeng i-recommenda ng committee is that expulsion, and the last one is any penalty that the committee may determine. Mm-hmm. So, yun po yung mga options left for the committee that we can recommend. Of course, included also is the possible another suspension.
Opo, pero dalawa lang po yun, suspension or expulsion. Is there anything else that the committee can probably think of as an option?
As of today, as of yesterday, wala pa naman po. But depending what will be the outcome on the committee meeting on Monday.
All right. House Ethics Committee Vice Chairperson Jil Bongalon. Sir, thanks again for your time.
Thank you, Pinky. Good morning.
Thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.